a single, stark image. A human body, completely bare, hangs on a gallery wall in Tokyo. It is not hidden, it is not softened. It is presented with quiet confidence. This can be a surprising sight. For many, it provokes an immediate and strong reaction. It is a moment of pure shock. This essay is about these moments. It is about Japan's modern nude art shows. And it is about what they reveal. They show us more than just the human form. They tell a story about culture. They tell a story about history. They tell a story about the simple, profound act of looking. Understanding this world requires us to move past the initial surprise. The topic of nudity in art is complex. It is a conversation that happens all over the world. But in Japan, this conversation has its own unique character. It is shaped by ancient traditions. Long before modern cameras and galleries, the unclothed body was part of Japanese art. It was not always a source of shock. In fact, it was often seen as natural. We can see this in old woodblock prints, known as ukiyo-e. These prints show scenes from everyday life. They show people bathing in public bathhouses. They show lovers in private moments. The body was simply a part of the human experience. It was depicted with honesty. The artists were not trying to provoke. They were trying to capture a moment in time, a slice of life as it was lived. This historical view of the body is important. It was often connected to nature and spirituality. In the Shinto faith, Japan's indigenous religion, purity is a central idea. Ritual bathing, often done unclothed, is a way to cleanse the body and spirit. This connection between nudity and purification gave the body a meaning beyond the purely physical. It was part of a larger, sacred world. Old paintings showed deities or mythical figures in their natural form. Old sculptures sometimes showed deities or mythical figures in their natural form. This was a sign of their divine power, not a reason for shame. The idea of beauty in traditional Japanese aesthetics also plays a role. Wabi-sabi celebrates imperfection and transience. Shibui values simple, unobtrusive beauty. The human body fits within these ideas. It is imperfect. It changes with time. It tells a story of a life lived. Ancient artists often used simple lines and muted colors to show the body. It was not presented to be idealized in the same way as a Greek statue. It was shown as a humble part of the natural world, beautiful in its own quiet, understated way. This long history provides a vital foundation. It helps us understand that the modern reaction to nudity is not the only one. It is a relatively recent development. For centuries, the body was integrated into art and life with a sense of calm acceptance. It was not hidden away or seen as inherently shameful. Knowing this history allows us to see modern nude art shows not as a radical break from the past, but as part of an ongoing conversation. It is a conversation that has been happening in Japan for a very long time, though its language and tone have changed. The real narrative unfolds slowly. The story changed in the late 19th century. During the Meiji Restoration, Japan opened its doors to the West. With new technologies and ideas came new social norms. Western Victorian attitudes about the body arrived. These ideas were often more restrictive than what had been common in Japan. Nudity, once part of public life in bathhouses. Nudity, once part of public life in festivals. It began to be seen as uncivilized. The state started to regulate public behavior. This was a major turning point. The body moved from the public sphere into the private one. This cultural shift was followed by legal changes. Japan's Penal Code of 1907 included Article 174. The law prohibits publicly displaying an obscene object. The definition of obscene has been debated ever since. For many years, it was strictly interpreted. Censors began to blur images. Censors began to black out images. They targeted genitals. They targeted pubic hair, in photographs, in films, in magazines. This practice became widespread. It created a strange visual language. How does an exhibition guide a visitor from surprise to understanding? It is a deliberate process. Curators in Japan often use a method we can call shock to context. The journey begins with a powerful image. It is designed to stop you. It makes you pause and pay attention. This first encounter is emotional, confusion, curiosity, or even discomfort. The artwork has done its first job. It has captured your focus, but this is only the first step. The real work of the exhibition is about to begin. It is the careful, slow offering of meaning. Once the initial shock has settled, the context is revealed. This is done in many ways. Wall texts are very important. They are usually written in simple, clear language. They explain the artist's background. They describe the artist's intention. Why did they choose to use a nude figure? What story are they trying to tell? To truly understand this art, we must listen to the people who make it. Japanese artists who work with nudity are not trying to be provocative for its own sake. Their motives are often deeply personal and philosophical. Many are driven by a desire for honesty. They feel that commercialized, censored images of the body in popular culture are false. They want to show the real human body. This means showing bodies of all ages. This means showing bodies of different shapes. This means showing bodies of different sizes. It means showing the marks of time, wrinkles, scars, sagging skin. For them, this is a form of truth-telling. One recurring theme is the cycle of life. Artists use the nude form to talk about birth, aging, death. These are universal human experiences. The body is the vessel for this entire journey. An artist might photograph their own aging parents. The work becomes a meditation on family, memory, loss. When these exhibitions open their doors, the public response is never uniform. It is a wide spectrum of opinions and feelings. There is no single Japanese reaction. Instead, there are many. Some visitors are deeply moved. They find the work beautiful. They find the work brave. They find the work thought-provoking. They leave feeling they have seen something important. Thank you for this honest exhibition. This made me think about my own life. On the other end of the spectrum, some people are offended. They may see the work as inappropriate or disrespectful. They might feel the body is a private matter that should not be displayed in public. These feelings are valid and often stem from personal or cultural values. A person's age and upbringing influence their view. A person's place of residence influences their view. A young art student in Tokyo might react very differently. Galleries are aware of this and often provide clear warnings. Between these poles lies curiosity and contemplation. Many arrive with an open mind. The gallery becomes a space for quiet, internal debate and personal growth. Reactions from foreign visitors add another layer. Context helps everyone. So, what is the truth about Japan's nude art shows? It is not a simple headline. It is not about shock for its own sake. The truth is quieter and more complex. It is a story about a journey. It is a deliberate and thoughtful movement from an initial, startling glimpse to a deeper, more meaningful understanding. The shock is merely the door. The context, history, and human stories waiting on the other side are the destination. These exhibitions are not shouting. They are inviting a quiet conversation about what it means to be human. The core of this conversation is the body itself. In these galleries, the body is reclaimed from the world of commerce and fantasy. It is presented not as an object of desire, but as a site of life. It is a canvas that shows the passage of time, the marks of experience, and the quiet dignity of existence. In the end, if art surprises you, do not turn away. Stay. Ask why. Listen for the context. Read the story behind the image. Look past the surface and see the rich, complex, beautiful human truth beneath. It is a quiet lesson in how to see,